Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Blue House Bull session thing we're doing. We're doing the thing. I'm Jay. This is Fuzzy over here. Also on his stream where you've been watching him already. My tummy hurts and I am in rather poor shape today. I don't know what happened, but I'm having all sorts of troubles. So it might be a short one or I might just disappear for a little bit. Just so you have a heads up, in any case. Hi, Fuzzy. How are you?
Everything just crashed.
And yet, OBS. You want to talk about resilient design, and I mean, I understand because it's used in professional settings as broadcast management software, but bruh, it crashes so politely and doesn't stop what it's doing until you tell it it's okay.
Yeah.
I love that. I love
So
that.
that is a very known bug, and it's because it fires the crash handler and it doesn't actually do the rest of its cleanup until you acknowledge that because it's a prompt.
Yes. But accidentally, they made the most resilient piece of broadcast software by doing that. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I don't know what I ate that's rebelling so hard, or what I drank, or if I have some kind of parasite or what. But man, I was fine right up until I wasn't all at once. You know how that gets?
I know exactly what I ate.
Was it the Arby's?
No, it was the Culvers that I had today.
Oh, yeah, that would do it. That would do it. Um I mentioned MC's not going to be with us because he's also a bit under the weather today. I talked to him for a little bit, but um, so it's up to me, haha, to tell you guys about Last Stream Standing next weekend. LSS.live after Thanksgiving, Saturday and Sunday. Come watch a show that's totally not just Survivor on the computer. Actually, I'm really excited for that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'm people joke about the meme of our phones or computers are listening to us and stuff,
yeah.
and they pick up things. I do not consume Survivor at all. I have not searched Survivor anything at all. I don't look at it. I don't search it. I don't watch it. It's always out there because it's just constantly being.
It's been around for long enough and it's popular enough. Yeah.
Yeah. So when we started working on this project, is the only time the words Survivor have come up in any context. And you mentioned that MC's a big Survivor fan, which was the reason, the impetus for this.
Yeah.
Until you said those words, I had not received any Survivor content. Once you started saying that, I started getting Survivor TikToks.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
There's no way. And you never typed those words. It was a conversation we had in Meet Space.
yeah. So either something is listening or it's doing way more networking than it should.
Yeah.
Like if you're getting the weighted average of the typed things from the people around you, which I guess is a thing, although oh, that's just gross in its own regard.
Yeah.
Being associated with the keywords of everyone in your network. When the giraffe porn starts showing up, you're like, all right, who do I know? Do I want to know who it is that I know? No, I don't, but somehow I feel like I'm going to find out anyway.
Why is this scene broken?
Because OBS crashed.
No, I restarted it.
Oh. Because OBS crashed. Probably my fault. I probably sent you a file that screwed up. I'm guessing your rotator just blew up full screen.
No, I made a podcast scene a while ago.
Oh. Interesting.
And if I go to properties on the browser source, so we have cameras and stuff,
Yeah.
it shows it in the preview. Refresh cast the current page. Yes, I see us. Huh. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Now you've got my curiosity piqued.
I had what was the card the for my podcast rotate? I had it maxed out over top of everything
Interesting.
as a cover.
That's neat.
I'm like, wait a second, why is this image? Yeah, okay. I don't know. I don't know how to podcast.
Me
That's your job.
neither. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm not even going to pretend otherwise. Somehow we managed to make it work, but I got no idea what's going on. So have you seen all the nominees for the Game Awards?
I saw a number of games tweeting about it. Like, hey, we're nominated. I'm like, no, no, I don't. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
vote for you for that.
Yeah, I think my current personal favorite nomination that makes me say this whole thing is a joke is Shadows of Erdtree got nominated for Game of the Year.
The expansion?
A DLC that you cannot play without the main game got nominated for Game of the Year.
Control audio.
Like, no, you're allowed to have a best DLC category, but that's not the game. That's the expansion pack. That's the DLC. That's the extra content. If they released it separately, I could give you Game of the Year for it. But no, that's. I don't know, man. Also, we got snubbed for Best Indie Game of the Year. Despite the fact that our game is the best indie game of the year. Man. And the new one, the Pokemon Gacha, also got nominated, which, like, it's neat, but no. Point is, we need to make our own game awards, I guess.
Can't be that hard. Cutie Cinderella did it. I'm joking. She does a lot more. I had no idea who she was until I realized I went and looked like, oh, it's that chick. I've seen her before. I just never knew her name.
Yeah. All right, yeah, this is why I brought this up in the first place. I will be back in just a second. I'm going to leave you to kind of run interference for a minute, so BRB.
Yeah. Hi. How's it going, everybody? Yeah, Erdtree's the DLC. I mean, to be fair, it was a lot of content, but like, yeah, where do you draw the line of there is a line that you have to draw for how big is it? Is it a separate game or is it DLC? I mean, technically it's a DLC. It is in, but like some of one of the new Call of Duty games isn't it like you have to launch Black Ops 6 to get to Warzone or something at like launches it and then like relaunches the launcher as like a bootloader or something, some stupidly contrived set of things to get one of the games to work. Platinum on the base game. No, oh, for uh yeah, I have like almost no desire to play those type of games. Yeah, Elden Ring. Yo, what I know. Oh, the Call of Duty thing, Jay. Yeah, it. There's videos about it. It's some stupidly. They did not just make. You have to launch a launcher to launch another launcher, and then to play. I think it's Warzone 3 or something. It's like you launch Black Ops 6. Or no, you hit the button that says launch mod, like I think it's Warfare 3. And all it does is launches Black Ops 6. And yeah, it's something really, really dumb. Uh but it's kind of like the way like the Minecraft launcher is a weird bootloader. Indy, yay. Yes. Indy is a very good person. We like Indy. Oh, that's weird. Did that not restart? So the shared chat is working on the dashboard window, but not over there. Interesting. I mean, that's why I brought. That's why I watch. I do keep a few variety streamers around, even when they transitioned off of the games that I like. Sometimes I'll still watch them because, eh. um, oh god, what's the show? Drop Frames with It Me JP and Go Carnage and Ezekiel the Third. Zeke has a indie Thursdays or Fridays or something where they just play random indie games, and every time Steam does a Steam Next Fest thing, they hit those real hard. And sometimes that's how I get exposed to a lot of weird little games that like a lot of the stuff on my Steam wish list is from that. Like, hey, it's not out yet, but it'll be out in the future, and then it comes out and it's kind of shit. But hey, maybe it turned out to be good. You never know. Is Indy playing right now? No. Ah! I click on Indy's page and it's me because it redirected to us. While Indy is offline, check out Jay Artis, currently streaming podcasts with my face on the screen. Uh, yeah, what games have what was I playing? I haven't played anything new on Steam in a little while. I did buy a game on Steam. It was on super sale, and I did have it wishlist for a long time. And I haven't. I bought it in July apparently, and I haven't had time to play it. It's called Fishing Planet. It's another fishing simulator, and I bought it for some crazy stupid cheap price. Cause that's how I buy games now. Yeah, I don't think I play any big games. I don't play any like mainline popular things. I mean, No Man's Sky, but that's always, you know.
Returning
Oh.
noise, returning noise.
Thank
Thank you so much. I'm dying. Hi, welcome. Happy Wednesday. Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday. Uh-oh. Do I have something muted?
No.
I think my guest star broke when I stepped away.
Yeah. So I cannot see you in guest star. I can see you on my stream and I can see you in my OBS, which is the same preview thing. So you're fine. I cannot see you in guest star. Side view.
Hey! Side view. Neat.
I took apart my camera mount.
Aw. But also yay for the
Here-
results.
Here's my overhead camera mount.
Yeah.
It is currently
Didn't you build that live on your stream too?
yes.
That was one of my favorites, honestly.
Yeah, it's just that Mexico over there.
So anyway, yeah, Game Awards is a big joke this year, and we're both big fans for some value of that word of Jiggy, and he's had some choice things to say about it that are similar, but I'm a little surprised at how little he's capitalized on that. He did a yell, but he hasn't really talked about. Aside from the one obvious, I am a Zelda charity streamer. Zelda is not anywhere on the list. How did Echoes get, left off completely? No nominations at all.
I don't think it was out long enough or before the cutoff. The big the real awards, the Oscars
Yeah.
have the same problem. They like movie of the year, but like the award shows in October, November, like whatever the hell the Oscars. Ziggy, when is the Oscars?
The Academy Awards will air on ABC on Sunday, March 2nd, 2025 at 7 p.m. Conan O'Brien will host.
Oh, cool. But like they have to set a cutoff
So-
for that year. Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, or no, wasn't that was there was one of them. They used to have it in the fall. I remember it was in like the fall time, but it's like the year isn't done, and there's still always stuff that comes out. There's the big Christmas movies, and there's usually one big tentpole release on like Christmas Day for whatever stupid reason. Movies, stop releasing real movies on Christmas.
No, they never will because they make too much damn money, or at least historically they have made too much damn money.
No. Release shitty Hallmark movies, release kids movies, stop releasing real movies that like real like grown-up adult movies. It is a nightmare for the movie theater workers because they have to be there on Christmas for real.
Yeah. Yeah. No,
Nobody wants to be there to do that job on Christmas.
I'm with you. I get it. I'm just saying that until, and this is the power of collective bargaining and unions just in a different way. When people host a boycott, that's a fucking union. We don't call it that. There's no formal structure for it or anything, but it's the power of collective bargaining. You want movie studios to stop releasing big blockbuster movies on Christmas? Get everyone you know not to go see it. And tell them to get everyone they know not to go see it. Go see it on the 26th. Go see it on the 24th. Have it drop on the 24th. Go see it after the new year. But until the company is shown that the money's not there.
Okay, so this is inside baseball, but when you if a movie comes out on the 25th, it has to be prepped. Okay, this may not be the case so much with everything being digital. Like even Cinemark's, the last of Cinemark's things were gone digital like quite a while ago, like very shortly after I stopped working there. But before that, it had to be prepped the night before, and you had to do a full watch through of it to make sure like A, not just like, oh hey, somebody didn't flip a reel or something, but also that like the tape is holding together, doesn't just fall apart when customers are there. So every movie that was shown, like actual film movies, has to be run, which means somebody has to be sitting there watching it, not just we ran it through the machine and it didn't fall. Somebody has to be sitting there.
Yeah.
So for it to air, for it to come out Christmas morning,
Somebody
has
has
to
to
be working
Christmas Eve and bring their whole self to work. That's not a day you can be checked out. I mean, it's taboo in our culture to straight up admit that someone's checked out, from whatever they're. No, there are a lot of jobs where you can just show up and go through the motions and be okay, or show up and stay out of the way and be okay. That's not a day you can do that, and it shouldn't be that way. And I'm not, I'm a filthy heathen. I'm a dirty pagan. I'm not one to jump up and down and say, oh, it's all about the birth of Christ or whatever. But because it is established as a national holiday as well, and it is.
Those were the nominations for Game of the Year.
Those were the nominations for Game of the Year. The fighting game category is cool. Because you remember the WV multiverse fighting game that came out 2 years ago?
Well, let me open this all the way.
Oh man,
Best
man,
game
you're in for a
direction,
treat.
Yeah. Best adaptation. Yeah. No, best art direction. Why is fucking Astrobot in best art?
Stylistically, it works.
No, it doesn't.
One could make that argument. One would probably be wrong, but one could make that argument.
Astrobot is in best score in music, but Final Fantasy VII isn't, which has an amazing soundtrack on it.
Yeah, but Final Fantasy... Well, okay. This comes back to when you get to fighting games, too.
Best performance? Oh, this is individual, like, performers. Yeah, those are probably fine. I don't know any of those people. Innovation and accessibility... Black Ops 6... What? Games for Impact? No. Best ongoing game... Yay, 14! It's probably going to take it.
I have opinions on that, man. I understand the premise is best ongoing game, and Apex is going to win again.
Apex isn't on there.
Didn't it be on there before?
No, it's Destiny 2, it's Diablo 4,
Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Helldivers.
And Helldivers 2. Helldivers is not. They're going to get shit on, and they're two brand new.
Yeah.
Diablo is it's basically come down to Destiny 2, which people are just up in arms about. That's a steaming pile of nope. It's either going to go to Fortnite because all the kids are going to vote, or it's going to go to 14.
I have an opinion on that, and it's kind of a spicy take, but bear with me. If you win, you're no longer eligible.
For ongoing?
Yeah. I understand that it is ongoing. You can be nominated again and again and again, but once you win, you can no longer be nominated.
No, but I think it should be split. Best ongoing game and best ongoing MMO.
Yeah.
Because something like Fortnite is an ongoing game, but it's not an MMO.
True.
It is not in the same class as the other things.
Yeah.
Trying to compare an 11-year-old Final Fantasy 14 versus Fortnite is just not. Yeah.
No, for real.
Diablo's great. When did Diablo 4 come out?
As far as I know, Diablo 4 has not been created, and there are no official plans to produce the film.
Oh, the film. Ziggy, when did the video game Diablo 4 come out?
Here is an answer from an Alexa Answers contributor that I translated. Diablo 4 was released on June 5th, 2023.
No, okay. You also have to be around for at least 5 years to be ongoing.
Yeah.
Best community support. No, 14 shouldn't be in there. Independent game. Animal Well's going to take that.
I
Although,
don't know. Balatro
even
might out of spite.
maybe. Actually, UFO 50 might
Yeah.
take those.
Like that feels like the most balanced and most competitive category to me right now.
Do you think Bellatra is going to take Best Mobile, even though Mobile Sport just came out on it?
What else is on Best Mobile? No. Pokemon's gonna
AFK
take
Journey.
it. Pokemon's gonna take it.
It's not that good.
I know, but it's that big.
AR. Action. Ew. None of those good. Well, because of Wisdom is for Best Action, which is totally going to lose against any of those.
Yeah.
RPG. Oh, that's going to be Erdtree might take RPG.
Yeah, I could see that. But here you go.
Fighting game.
Fighting game. Multiverses. Let's talk about multiverses.
Which one's multiverses? Oh, WB Smash Bros.
Yeah, remember they dropped it a couple years ago? Except that was the beta. They just officially launched this year.
Initial release date 2022.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, it came and went, and now that it's out.
I mean, Tekken's always a good strong.
Yeah, and eight actually it did do really well. Like 8, I am unsurprised by. From the little bit I've seen and played. I know we. I have a streamer friend that plays it. He does not play it on stream, but I watch him play.
Family game. I would not put Echoes of Wisdom in that category.
Yeah, I mean it is not adult content oriented, but that does not in and of itself make it a family game. By a long shot.
Well, first of all, it's a Switch game. It's not like there's not like a second player thing. Is there? I don't think there is.
No.
Like if you TV mode it, can you like second player control like move the?
Not that I've seen. There's
around?
nothing for that.
Cause the Mario game with the raccoon flower thing.
Wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The second player could move the thing around. It was a callback to like the Wii U stuff. Plucky Swire, but again, that's got second player.
Yeah. Jamboree, It's a Mario Party. Peach Showtime, I'm pretty sure does have 2-player. I never did pick that up. I need to get that. I do need to get that.
Well, if you're in the mood to buy Switch games,
we'll talk.
I'm one of those filthy heathens that like to buy the physical copies of things.
Yeah. Same.
I may be liquidating a number of these, mainly because I've never played them.
Yeah, we'll talk. We'll talk, because I might actually do that.
Let's see. Which of these have I never even put in my Switch at all?
Still in the fold wrap and everything.
No, I opened them because I took it out because I hate leaving them in the cases.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever actually started Kirby Star Allies, which was apparently like the remake of the old, the good one that everybody liked. Despite waiting for a million years, and they canceled it because there was an active war with Russia, and they delayed it. Advance Wars 1 and 2 reboot camp thing. Never got around to playing it.
Yeah, about that.
I have one of the, quote, limited edition 3D All-Stars. They're like, oh, it's going to be limited edition. We're only going to make a few hundred and put it in stores. And then we're going to stop selling them because we hate money, apparently.
Gross.
Never played Mario Party because I don't have friends. That's got a thing in there. My kid played more Mario Party or Mario Kart 8. This Pac-Man World Repack is apparently good, but I've never played it. I have Let's Go Eevee that my sister borrowed for like a million years because her boyfriend got the other one,
Yeah.
Pikachu, and needed to do shenanigans. Kirby in the Forgotten Land I played. That was fun. That's the one where you like eat the car to become the car. WarioWare, which I think you have.
I do not.
Did you finally give it back to me?
Yes, I did. Yes,
Okay.
I did. I gave it back when you let me borrow Metroid.
I have Mario Party Superstars, which is a different Mario Party that I didn't even remember I had.
Yes.
I played Mario Odyssey. I didn't beat that. That was the one with the hat. I have the Lego Harry Potter collection for some reason.
That one's actually kind of tempting because I do enjoy the Lego games.
It's the one that has the two different...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Order of
Yeah,
the Chocolate and the Vanilla Stone or whatever. You're dinging.
Yeah, I know. Let me just close that. I do capture... Wait, why can you hear that?
I have no idea whatsoever.
Do you have my stream open?
I don't believe I do. I'm pretty sure I ended up closing it because I don't have an echo. Maybe Stream Together grabbed the wrong mic? Maybe something else is dinging at the same time that the thing you think is dinging is dinging.
No, when you said that, it was a messenger thing. But I couldn't get the browser capture, so I just popped it open and just captured desktop audio. You know, like I hate doing.
Understandable.
But yeah, but I have a number of Switch games that I probably should just. Did you ever get reroll, or the re-roll?
I think I
Katamari?
picked it up on the store. I will go check.
Electronically. Okay.
I will.
Oh, they didn't release a physical copy yet, but Turnip Boy, they've released the sequel on Steam.
Oh man.
But I haven't. It's Turnip Boy robs a bank.
Yeah.
Because apparently you're done doing
Tax evasion.
Yeah. That's a fun little dumb game.
I like those. I like those.
Multiplayer. Yeah, see, if they've got a best multiplayer category, then what the hell is best family game?
I think that one really is just like a family-friendly thing. Best game we can sit around and watch the kid play, singular.
Best non-offensive, best rated G game?
Yeah, pretty much. Most anticipated game?
Jamber. Most anticipated.
StarCraft Ghost isn't on that list anymore.
Did you ever go uncancel your reservation?
No, GameStop still has my $5 damn.
Content Creator of the Year. Why is this a category?
I don't get it either, honestly. Also, I've heard one of those names. I couldn't tell you who any of those people are. Out of that list of 5, there's only one where I'm like, I have read this combination of letters before.
I've seen Queso's shorts. They come up.
Yeah.
Let me see who Ilio One is. I don't recognize that person at all. Usada, I know the name, but I can't put a face to it. Best esports game.
That list in and of itself is kind of telling, but I digress. CS2, Dota 2, League.
We should all vote for Bang Bang just to not give it to either Valve or Riot.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I like Valve. We are friends with Valve now, remember? Valve gives us money.
Okay. Hot take here. Of all the companies out there that I really think need to be divested or split up, blah, blah, Microsoft is too big of a company for all the different things it does.
Yeah.
And there's really no, it's like, oh, Microsoft, broke my Xbox. No, the Xbox team, which runs entirely separate than Microsoft in 99% of the cases, other than they get money from, big Windows, really needs to be like its own separate thing.
Yeah.
It's like Hewlett Packard technically still makes printers. Their printer department is like a line item in the huge space of all the other shit HP does. And
Yeah.
it needs to be like what, oh God, what's what is it called? Kioxia. Have you seen they make computer memory and stuff. They used to be the memory department of Toshiba.
And they spun them all the way out?
They spun them off and then cut it and then sold it off, and they are their own freestanding. All they do is make RAM and SSDs now. They make chips.
I'm into
It is that entire
Yeah.
department of Toshiba. So Toshiba, the computer manufacturer, is an entirely separate company and thing and different. Microsoft needs to do that, and Valve needs to do that. Valve won't because of how they're structured, but there's a big difference between Valve Studios
Yeah.
that makes games like Counter-Strike
And
and
Valve
I think
Publisher that runs Steam.
The company behind Steam really needs to like rebrand into like just Steamworks Inc. or something, so it is not Valve, because Valve is like saying Microsoft.
Yeah.
Is it the game maker? Is it the platform? Is it the other things they do? The hardware. They keep making hardware.
I
They
want
have
a Steam Deck.
I think it's probably worth an investment if you can get one used for development reasons.
I want to go look at their hardware request program and see what options we have there too. But yes, I want one, A, for development, and B, so I can play some damn games occasionally.
Mm-hmm. It's a good platform. That's probably, if looking, we're a game studio. We look at dashboards and where people are playing.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the Linux users are coming from, is because that's technically it's recorded as Linux. It's a bastardization of Ubuntu and stuff.
And it works. It works.
Yeah.
You see how wide I can make my eyes? It works. I should not be surprised by that. We chose a cross-platform way to build it for that reason, but I am surprised by that.
The thing is in the future, we can potentially build things for native platforms to take advantage. We're cheating by basically wrapping a web browser in a box.
Yeah.
Eventually, we're gonna have to break that.
Yeah.
And be able to take advantage of, it's like we both briefly for a while did iOS development, and there's a lot of things you can do that's like, here is a native, you can do it on the web. There's a lot of web feature stuff. And then you notice there was a shift of like, oh, just build it once for the web and then wrap it and build like, yeah, but at some point you want to build like a native app that
Yeah.
not built in web technology, and it's the same way.
I get. It's still
Especially
just
if we was, because I don't know. I know there's some of the stuff like the touch screen and the tilt controls that don't. You get some access to them via the browser builds, but not entirely.
it can be hinky even if you get full-ish access. It can take a whole lot of hoop jumping and in some cases extra user interaction, which can be messy. So, yeah, there are things we'll want to do a different way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have to actually sit down and learn Godot for real. Although I think that's one of the ones I want to prioritize is sit down and learn Godot for real. So we can write our own web phishing.
What the hell is web phishing written in?
I'm pretty sure it is Godot. I'm pretty sure it's built in Godot.
It looks like it's built in MS Paint.
Yes. It absolutely does. And that is part of its charm, honestly. So you have a little bit more background. It was a game jam game that got popular enough that the developers like, well, shit. And now money. But it started as a game jam game that exploded. Tell me if that sounds familiar. A guy had an idea, sat down in one weekend, and yes.
Why it's called web phishing.
Yeah.
Because it's phishing on the web.
Yes. But yeah, we need one of those. We need a throwaway multiplayer game. That's the best descriptor I have. Something you can play with friends and then stop. And that's one of the big things about web phishing is you can play for 10 minutes or you can play for 4 hours.
Yeah.
And it keeps your progression. Well, like I was talking about with the daily dungeon thing and progression and all of that. Which I also want to come back to. God help all the members of Hergel Studios that aren't me on January 1st. 3rd.
Why?
January 3rd. Because come January 3rd, all of the end-of-year commitments I have will be done. We still have one other big project with a time frame then, but come January 3rd, all the other, this happens in 2024 projects are done and over with completely, and I can just, drop the book on you guys and be like, all right, here's everything, start picking. Find a project you like. Press a button. Type a letter.
I miss having disposable income that I can literally light on fire to just buy some of these Steam games.
I get that. I mean, I get it from a different viewpoint, but I get it. I will remind you, Jacob will remind you as well, we have a research budget.
But I can't justify it, and I feel bad spending money on that were things that we could actually research and stuff. It is just a dumb game that I want to buy that is not research in any way.
I would still argue back against that and say it's there to be used. If nothing else, take it as mini form of payment or something. Be like, hey, get me this game.
No, if I'm gonna do that, there's a class on Udemy or something. I'd rather spend that to hey, let's actually go learn this shit. and not just like bumble around, on the, it's like, hey, if we're actually gonna make stuff in Godot, we should go get like, you know, educational stuff on it, or, you know, totally legitimately go get one set of Humble Bundle PDFs and share it.
Brother, I founded a company so we could launder money and buy games and write it off on our taxes, okay? I didn't want to come right out and say it on the air, but I'll do it if it'll help convince you. No, I absolutely get what you're saying, but I am also saying that, like, don't be afraid to say, hey, can we?
Ooh, there's a Python bundle. I apparently need to learn Python because every single job rec I look at is like, need to be experienced with Python. I'm like, why?
You absolutely should, and I think Python would serve you really well too. Like, I don't think you'll have any difficulty whatsoever. I don't know that you would actually need a class or anything like that. You should work in Python for a while just to get yourself like comfortable with it.
What the hell would I write though in Python?
All the a Discord bot, and a Twitch chat bot. All the stuff that I've got you doing in Node right now, do it in Python and see what's the same and what's different.
Python's just so native, or Node's just so natively perfect for that because of the async. Like all the bot stuff has to be so reactive and asynchronous and stuff like that. So Node is just like perfect for that.
That exists in Python as well. It's structured a little different, but that exists in Python as well.
I know lambdas exist in new Python.
I'm just saying, like, when I start a new project that is like a throwaway project, it's a coin flip for me whether I'm going to write it in JavaScript or Python, because the types of things I tend to write work really well for either, if that makes any sense. Both languages are strong contenders for the types of things I make on a whim.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's how I'm approaching it and what I'm recommending.
Super game asset bundle.
Oh, is there anything good in it? Humble Bundle
for Godot, Unreal, and Unity.
.com. Well, yeah, but it's if it's also like $20 or $30.
Well, I mean, it's Humble Bundle, so.
Fantasy Castle Megapack environment. Pirate Port City environment. You had me at pirate. I can put this in our library.
No. There will be other bundles we are not ready to do that sort of stuff with. And they're Corel Draw is still a thing?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Books.
Fantasy icon. Retro police station sound effects. A rigged mafiosi.
Math for programmers. What publisher is that? That's not Starch, is it? No. Yeah, I need to find some program to do with Python.
Fair enough. I don't know. I won't. At least I won't right now. But it's really tempting just to get the Viking Village and the Pirate Port mega packs. Especially since I'm going to pull them out of the bundles and use them in 3JS anyway.
Yeah, that is true.
I don't know. I'll keep it on my list if I remember. Okay, I'm going to say right now that I'm interested. The offer ends in 18 hours, 57 minutes. If I remember it tomorrow, I might buy it. But you know me and my short memory. I'm not going to bookmark it. I'm going to close that tab right now. And I think I already deleted the promotional email about it. If I remember it tomorrow, I might buy it for us.
I don't know. Paste it in the Discord and see. I don't know if Jacob's still around. He was in my chat, but I lost everybody when I crashed.
Yeah, no, I know he was here for a minute too, but I'm not gonna sweat it.
Yeah, throw it in Discord and see what Tweedledee.
Yeah, might as well.
Has to say.
Bimble Bumbles. Math for Programmers. No, Super Game Asset Bumble.
Yeah.
Get that. Open the Hergel Studios internal corporate Discord Slack.
Man, I liked Slack when it first came out. I really, really liked it. And then it did not fully Cory Doctorow and shitification,
Yeah.
but it got feature creeped into being too many things. It was like a nice rise and fall like Firefox.
Yeah.
Like everybody's like, let's use Firefox because it's not, their core Mozilla browser, like I want something new and edgy and fast. And now Firefox is a laughing stock.
Yeah.
There's hardcore people that use it, but like it's actively half underwater and sinking and on fire. And they're still like, and the Mozilla Foundation just laid off like a crap ton of people too. So there's even less people working on it.
The really frustrating part is the people that use it are people who are like actively, I don't want to work with Google anymore, which I understand. But you have to have a good alternative. Otherwise, you're going to end up with no alternatives. And Blue Sky almost had that happen. When Twitter first started imploding, people were trying to jump to Blue Sky, and Blue Sky wasn't finished baking yet. And now there's like a second round of migration because they've gone back and added a bunch of that. But there is a gap of time where Blue Sky could have collapsed because of the influx of people who didn't want to be on Twitter discovered that it was not a viable alternative.
Well, you know the backstory how Blue Sky got started, right?
No, that I do not.
It was originally an internal project at Twitter to reboot themselves and like rebuild the entire Twitter infrastructure like from scratch, which is why it was Blue Sky, because Greenfield, Blue Sky. And they were starting to build it as like it was like an internal incubator to build a new Twitter code base. And like when Jack Dorsey came back to Twitter after like all their problems, was like, okay, we got to rebuild this because it's just like it's a legacy nightmare. Let's start building a new version internally. And then they were eventually going to like, which is why it's so Twitter-like, is it was an internal Twitter project to rebuild Twitter. And then when he like GTFO'd, he took it with him and they spun it out in their own company. Yeah.
I did not know that. And that is amazing and makes so many things make so much more sense too.
Which is why it looks like Twitter Classic is they were rebuilding Twitter Classic internally.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm on Blue Sky, technically, I think.
I am too. If you look on Blue Sky, I am here, I'll put it in the chat. BSKY Jardis.dev. That's also where my resume lives, although it's probably not up to date. because I collect websites for some reason.
Oh, somebody was it you that hearted my post about, hey, when you want to hire me?
Yes, that would be me.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I use Blue Sky. I do not. Oh no, it was red.
Oh, well, in that case,
It
I
was
need to go
red.
back and fix that.
Yeah, I go on there to follow some people like, oh, we're gonna mass move over there, and it's like, okay. I think I'm gonna aggregate them all together and just okay.
Well, we're about at our halfway point, so I think we take a break for a few minutes because I need to go take a break for another few minutes. I hate my body.
Dude, you need to like
Switch
see a
to my
doctor
phone
or
in
something.
general. No, it's
You need to see a doctor.
yeah. Let me see if this is any better tonight or tomorrow. Anyway, we will be back in just a few minutes. Thank you so much. We'll see you in just a few. hello, and welcome back to the Blue House Bowl Session. Happy bowl to you, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever the hell today is. You know how it goes. Marvels of modern technology and all of that. I'm Jay. I'm joined as always by Fuzzy. Thank you very much for being here. Let me see if I hear you. Say something. Hi.
Something.
Okay, I definitely
Test one,
don't hear you, but oddly enough,
Test.
the Stream Together source seems to be picking up your sound.
Test
So
one,
I guess
two,
they
three.
can hear you, which makes this really interesting and complicated. I think, though, that I can go in here and I can be like, play that for me so I can hear it too. Advanced audio properties. Stream Together source. Monitor and output. Yeah, there we
Hello?
go. Hi, there we go.
Hello?
Now
I
have
don't know
you.
what happened.
No, I think it might be something in Chrome, honestly, on my guest star window.
My computer freaked the fuck out.
Ah.
My computer completely redlined itself, and my 16 threads and my e-cores on all of my threads redlined, and it was a Chrome window, and I didn't know which one, and it was just freaking out.
I think it's guest star because my guest star window doesn't have our cameras either.
I see you now.
I have outlines to indicate when one of us is talking, and I could see that before. I just didn't hear it. But now, OBS technology, I took the Stream Together web browser source URL and routed its monitor out to... Why do I know all this stuff? I know why I know all this stuff. I shouldn't have to know all this stuff. I should be using Slobs or Streamlabs Desktop or whatever the hell it's called nowadays.
No, you shouldn't.
I'm not smart enough to use OBS properly. Anyway, you know when like a butterfly is like metamorphosizing, they'll like wrap themselves in a cocoon or a chrysalis, and like everything inside there will turn to liquid.
Yep.
Anyway, we're back from break now.
Dude, you need to see a doctor. You've been...
No, this is new. It went away, and then today I had problems. It did go away. I did not tell you when it stopped.
You went to the bathroom twice while we were at Arby's.
Yes. No. I only went once.
Yeah. No, you went twice. You went again before we left.
No, I swear I was only there once. I went somewhere else in the building for some reason.
Oh, okay.
I think I went back up to see who was working. I went to see, like, if Ash was at the window or what.
Oh, okay.
No, I promise I've been okay. I've been back to my normal. Point is, I'm not going to spend an entire hour talking about digestive troubles. I'm not. I'm better than that. I'm above that. I can beat that. Zeldathon side quest is coming up at the end of the year. Y'all excited for that? I am.
We were talking about games we haven't played that I buy and not play.
Yeah.
I also found, I'm careful not to show the numbers on them, 3 Xbox $25 gift cards.
Nice.
Unscratched.
Nice.
It was probably a 4-pack, and I probably bought it to give one of them away as a gift to somebody. I'm like, well, I might as well buy that, and I'll end up using the other ones, and then I just didn't.
Will those work for, like, games in the Microsoft Store in general? For, like, Windows too? Is that considered the Xbox Store nowadays? I don't remember how things are associated with each other.
No expiration dates or fees. Valid in the U.S. only. Valid in the U.S. only for eligible purchases at Microsoft Store on Xbox consoles, Windows 10 PCs, and online.
Oh, so it won't work on Windows 11 because it's not
They've
a
been in
Windows
here for a
10
while.
PC. Yeah. You should get Flight
I think they
Simulator
just-
with those. No?
No.
You don't want to fly through Hyrule? And land on
I
top of a GameCube?
when I still had Game Pass Pro Ultimate or whatever the hell it was before they changed all of it, I installed that, like the full thing, mostly out of spite because our good friend James
Yeah.
the Bat
Yeah.
was like, "Rar, it's horrible. You can only install it on my C drive." And I'm like, "Dude, no, it's really easy to change it. Look, you go like this and you click install to a different drive, and then it just makes that Windows games folder on another drive." And then I showed it and I watched it download 4.5 gig in that first minute. Like, look, it is downloading to my other drive.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what your problem is, but your shit's broken. His copy of Windows was like constantly always broken.
Yeah, sometimes I'm not sure exactly what the source of it is, but some of them can get janked very easily. I don't know, man. I don't know. I spent a fair amount of time playing Flight Simulator, though. For how much time I actually play games, I spent a fair amount of that time playing Flight Simulator for a while, and every once in a while I get an odd urge to go back to it. And I blame Jackson for that, because A, we had the Zeldathon bit, and B, just watching him play in general. It's neat. It's fun. You fly.
Huh. Okay. I opened up this tin, one of those gift card tins,
Yeah.
and it was full of stickers from Linus Tech Tips.
Ah.
Because every time you bought stuff, there was like bonus bin and nothing else. You could get a pack of stickers for free. So I have a whole smorgasbord of stickers. But also on the bottom of it was $100.
Yo.
Why the hell was there two 50s in cash just sitting literally under my nose for however long?
Emergency Steam money. What are you going to buy with it? Okay, maybe not.
The hell else is in this? My monitor sits on this wooden drawer thing that I got at I got it at like a Goodwill or something,
Yeah.
but I got it to like raise my monitor up. So the center of it was at the center of my monitor is exactly at eye line. Like if I was pointed here on the camera, but like if I'm pointing directly to the screen is where my eyes is, which is
Yeah.
why the camera is so high is I don't have the monitor at here. I have it for ergonomic reasons. I have it here. And there's a drawer and there's just stuff in here.
Interesting.
There's a 128 gig micro SD card.
Wonder if there's anything good on it. Not yet. Okay.
No.
Fresh
It's-
and new, yeah.
Yeah. There's 400 micro SD to SD adapters because every
The
one of
cards
these
all
comes
come
with
with
one.
them. Yeah.
Yeah. What the hell else is in this drawer? Hard drives, USB condom, a bag of tiny glass jars.
I have a couple of those. The cork stopper ones. Yeah, I have a couple of those for crafting reasons.
I have a whole bag of them, apparently.
Fair. Never know when you're
not fair.
never know when you're gonna need to like make the world's smallest spell jar. I'm just saying. I'm just putting that out there.
Apparently, I have 2 buckyballs.
Nice. All right, that's cool. That's cool.
USB drives.
Okay, here's a question for you. I should Google this.
What?
We went to Micro Center a while back, and you bought a thumb drive that was C adapter at the end. Just a thumb drive that was C instead of A.
You mean literally this package?
Yes, literally that package.
Yes. I do know what you're talking about.
Has anyone made USB thumbsticks that were B?
Yeah.
What would the purpose of that be?
B is in the device side, the big square one, right?
Yeah.
The printer plug for flashing firmware on printers.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Weird, but neat.
So the reason B exists is the original USB did not know. The original USB was not bidirectional. One side had to be the host and the other was the receiving. So one had to send and one had to receive.
And that was how they differentiated it at a hardware level. Okay, at a physical level. That
Because-
makes sense then, yeah.
Because like network cables, it doesn't matter because they're twisted, so you get effectively the same thing on each end. There was wired one way for host and another for device. It was a directional cable.
Yeah.
If they both made them beat, you'd have to like label the cables, which would require two different plastic molds. So it's like, oh, if we're gonna do that, let's physically make them be something else.
That makes sense. That
That's
makes
why they
sense.
were like that.
I understand now. So, speaking of indie and games that we see that we keep thinking we might want to try,
Yes.
I want to get UFO 50 eventually, but I don't want to get it yet. But today, Indy was playing something called Planet Scanner, and they have a free demo. And A, I am interested. B, I immediately thought of you. You should look up Planet Scanner on Steam. Also, I keep hearing about mouthwashing. Horror games, in general, I have mixed feelings about. I love hating them, and I'm terrible at them because my reflexes are bad, and someday I'm going to be playing some sort of psychological horror game and just have the big break and collapse in a puddle on the floor, and my heart will blow up and we'll be done. The point is, go check out Planet Scanner. I'm very, very intrigued from what I saw of it today. It looks like our kind of jam.
User-defined tags for this product: horror, simulation, Lovecraftian, space sim. What the hell?
Yes, but it's not like the submarine one, Iron Lung. It's not like that. Which Iron Lung walks a fine line of what you can call a game. It's a game. I'm not going to be like gatekeepy. I'm not going to say if you play that you're not a gamer. But I am going to say it leans very heavily on the narrative side. It is an experience first and foremost that is controlled through game elements.
Oh, like pools.
Yes. Exactly.
Have you seen anybody? You don't watch a whole lot of random gamers, right?
Not as a rule.
Have you seen anybody playing Observation Duty?
I have not
I'm
yet.
on Observation Duty 6, or I think the new one's 8.
No, what's the deal with
I'm
that?
on Observation Duty 6 is the new one. It's a... How do they call it? It's effectively... Okay. So you remember those pictures of, like, spot the difference between these two pictures, like,
Yeah.
in, like, highlights? Imagine that if it was a horrible psychological horror Lovecraft nightmare world. you're on camera duty at like an observation thing, and you're flicking through the cameras, and shit changes, and it's like oh, something's wrong here. That shouldn't be that chair didn't have 3 sections. It only had 2 sections. Now it has three. Something, oh, reporter and SCP police come in or something like that. But it's observation through cameras. And then after, like, you have to survive the night, and your first like it's like your first like couple of minutes, it is just getting used to what's in the room, and then like the cameras start rotating,
Yeah.
and you're like, as shit happens, you have to spot when shit happens.
All right. I'm interested.
It's, if you like creepy stuff, if you like SCP type horror things,
I do.
it's not entirely. And if you fail to spot it, like sometimes it'll just be like, like a jump scare, like a monster on the window, obviously, or if you don't spot it, and then they like they're slowly creeping in, and if they get too close, bad shit happens. So you have to like spot as their changes start affecting things.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're real. That hallway game. Have you ever seen that one where you're like running through that? It's like you have to like very quickly notice like, oh, the sign is different, or the seven's in a wrong font. Imagine that if it was a night desk at a hotel through security cameras.
PT, but remote. Yeah.
I have a PlayStation 3 with that demo on it.
Yo. Really?
I had downloaded that right before that happened, and then I went in and I changed the setting where it couldn't delete it. Because you could say, like, don't pull for updates. And the only way it would delete itself is when it would pull for the update and it was marked told, and the update was delete yourself. And the only reason I didn't like try to sell that PlayStation it was my Destiny 2 machine, like the custom edition one, and I'm like, no, I'm never getting rid of that thing.
That's cool. I definitely also vote you don't get rid of it, but I am sure that like combination of things is worth some coin.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Let's go to the Bay of E. Destiny play.
I thought I was cool with my orange N64.
Seeing a couple 150s. Here's 180, but that's a complete set. I don't want to pay $22 for it. I need to buy this little mini Funko Pop Golden Iron Man.
Okay.
2 years ago, I got this Marvel mini Funko Classic Advent Calendar. And they were the little mini Funkos.
Yeah.
Okay. All of them are all in their little boxes, except for one.
Oh.
And it's the gold Iron Man. They're all in here. I have all of them all the way down. And like I wanted it. I bought little clear plates. I was gonna glue them to things, like put them on a stand and stuff. Like I didn't buy it to like resell it. I bought it because I wanted it, and then yeah.
What? Sorry, I had a moment trying to remember something else. What other game was I watching last night that I decided I really wanted? No, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. I don't know. I'll go find it. We also need to make a mobile game at some point. Like for us, a mobile game. You know why I say that,
Yeah.
but that's beside the point. But like mobile first. That's something I'd like to put on our radar. Is
Yeah.
something. Just because why not?
If we can straighten out some of the back end session stuff,
Yeah.
which was still janky today, by the way. I had a hell of a time getting the Twitch session to work.
Okay.
And apparently I did find another bug. When I did get it reconnected, I loaded the wrong save to start. It sent that menu, and then I exited it and loaded the other save, and it never resent the new menu.
Okay.
Because Jacob came in and hit menu, and I'm like, that I don't have PB and J. That's the menu from the old save, not the one I started today, and it would not.
All right. I will put
We
that on the list too. Then yeah.
well, I'll try to recreate it just to be sure, but I wonder if
Right.
there's like we need like a resync, bop on the head, just like here, just fix yourself, like force state. Hey, something's wonky. Hit the button, turn it off and back on again, and it will usually work.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things we do in our game that
Thank you. Thank you
Ooh.
so much for the bits. Hot
the
diggity.
bits. Give me the
The
bits.
bits. The bits. The bits.
Red out here just throwing her biddies all over.
I love it. And I'm going crazy. I cannot remember. And it was less than 24 hours ago, and it's already gone. Oh well.
Hey, I got some bits
Yeah.
today. That's 2/5 of a web fishing.
Nice. I'm gonna buy you web fishing. I'm gonna buy you web fishing.
Then I'll have to play web fishing.
No, you won't. It's a Steam
Yeah, I
game.
will.
You can absolutely just leave it in your library. That's what people do with Steam games.
No. Games I buy, I leave in my Steam library forever. Games other people buy me, I am like morally obligated to play them.
No, you're really not. I promise you that you aren't. You do not have to. You do not have to.
No, because you're right. I looked into it. It is exactly my type of game, and I'm gonna go ham on it. And I have too many important things to do. I have projects for us that are actual thing, and I may have gotten a job today. I had an interview in person, which is why I'm wearing a nice shirt without any holes or text on it.
Fair. Also, fingers crossed for you.
Oh no, she offered me the job.
Oh, good.
Like on the way out, she's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and offer you. I'm gonna tell person's name redacted to go and like do your paperwork and get you hired. He'll give you a call." And I'm like, "You have my name.
Because I love you. That's why. Because I know I have things to do, but you know what? I want to play web fishing tonight, and it'd be nice to have friends to play with.
Oh, yes, it did. I mean, it's not an ideal job, but it is a job, and it's with a good company that I know won't go around. I know they're desperate for help. I am kind of like, even though I have basically no experience, because I used to do this job 23 years ago. We did the math. Like, so have you ever worked in retail? And I'm like 23 years ago, when I was 23 years younger. And she's like, okay. So, yeah. But they're desperate because a person that did the job that I'm going to be doing, that had worked there for 17 years. In that time, he had moved out of the city and lived somewhere else, and it was just a long enough commute to be annoying.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have to move some. Like his commute was like 45 minutes. And he's like, I like this job. I have been here for 17 years. I need to not drive 45 minutes each way for this job
Yeah.
that he worked 5 nights a week. But, you know.
I
So-
do. I get it. I get it.
And then his friend left. And when his buddies went with him, and then a third guy in the shift was like, well, if they're both gone, I don't want to be here. I'll go get a different job doing this. Go to Walmart or something. So,
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. I almost want to make some joke about the employee discount.
I will ask. I don't think very
I'm sure
much.
I'm sure it's nothing if it's anything. But just haha, because that's a place that we both shop very frequently. In fact, I'm over here about to place a frickin' Instacart order like an idiot. But I digress.
Team member perks. Our own brand's discount.
Yes. Yes. Because that includes Market District. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man.
It also says fuel and food discounts because Get goes.
Oh, yeah.
And remember, the Get up in the city north of me, over by the hospital, is one of them full service Sheets level gas stations.
Yeah, the big Get
Yeah.
goes. Yeah. Hell
And
yeah.
rumor is, out by you, they may be remodeling that one to do that. To compete
Excuse
with
me.
Sheets over there. Yes, the employee discounts. They had me do... Okay. It's an overnight stocking position. It's not glamorous, but I saw it in the advertised space as I was looking at an actual programmer job, and it's like there was a little advertised window, and it was for an overnight stocking position. I'm like, I'm gonna come back to this programming one. Let me go look at that because that's more interesting. Because I'm a natural night owl, and I went and applied. I got a call back the next day and stuff, but they're like, we're going to go like, by the way, you have to be able to lift up to 50 pounds by yourself. Like, and that's these, that's like the gray pallets over. It's mostly for like, stacking the pallets and moving stuff. And I'm like, okay, we need to prove that, you can lift 50 pounds on, just grab one of the gray ones and stack a couple here just so, we can see you do it. And I didn't pay attention and I lost track because I was looking at everything else. And then she said, the gray ones, which are the 50-pound ones, not the blue ones, which are the 75-pound ones, because they're the inch-thick slats and the pressure-treated things that are meant for, like, the water pallets. And I didn't pay attention. And I just started picking up the blue pallets and just stacking them up over here on the other stack of blue pallets. And the stack was getting higher and higher. So I had to, like, lift them up, like, up over my head. Pick one, just throwing them up there. She's like, where'd all the blue pallets go? I'm like, oh, I put them on the stack. She's like, oh, you're supposed to pick those. And I'm like, okay. I started just picking up and just like nothing, just picking up. It's like, okay, you're not going to have a problem with that. I'm like, and I said, well, it's not a changer full of quarters.
Yeah. Oh, lugging those things around. Yeah.
And I told her, like, well, in that time, I used to work in an arcade. We had to move full arcade cabinets around all the time, which is how I got all that strength. It was useful. And then sometimes we had to move changers, and they were full of, $400 of quarters, which is a lot, or no, probably more, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was all the quarters and bills, and then all the tokens, too. And sometimes the dolly was broken, or we couldn't find it, so I would just move them.
Just grab it and manhandle it across the floor.
And she's like, don't do that. And I'm like, yes, I know. This is why I told you about safety. And I wowed her because I knew exactly what to say at a job interview. Surprise.
That is less common than you think. That's one of the reasons that when you get an interview, you're like, you know what I'm saying.
Basically, it was more of
Especially,
a vibe
yeah,
check. It
yeah,
was more of a vibe check. It's like, like she's like, I don't want to say we're like a family here, but like, what does, but it's like, well, helping somebody, even if they just walked in the door, they're still a customer, even if they haven't bought something. Try to help them, and if you can't help them, get them to somebody else that can help them. Escalate it up until they get into somebody. If you can't do it, get them help that somebody else can fail to do it until they're helped. You know, and she's like, that is exactly the right answer. I'm like, that's just being a good human being. Hold the door
yeah.
for somebody. If they drop something, pick it up.
It is. The interviewer is there to make sure the person is the right fit for the company and vice versa. There are
Yeah.
processes to make sure that you have whatever technical aptitudes or whatever you need, whatever hard skills you have. There are other things to check those. The in-person interview is making sure you're not a piece of crap who everyone's going to hate day one. With an EY? Oh, yeah, okay. Now, I was going to say, the roomie is Ashley with an I, and I would love to work with her because she is an amazing person and super dedicated. And it's always funny to listen to her come home and talk about her day and be like, we did this, this, and this, and this, and I didn't kill anybody. And I'm like, I'm so proud of you considering the stories you have told me.
Yeah. I did
Yeah,
a few interviews at Red Job.
yeah,
Not this Red, but my previous job that was Red. And I'm like, I don't want to do technical interviews. I hate them as a moral stance, but like I'll do a human interview and give you a vibe check on the person because I can tell you, like I've been here the longest. I can tell you if they'll fit in our company culture. I did
yeah,
quite a few company culture fits, and they're
yeah,
like,
definitely,
yes,
definitely.
that's what we want. You've seen the people come and go, and you know what your brain can common factor what all the people that did not stay, what was their deal? Do they go in that bucket?
Enmer's here. We have a new viewer. Oh
Anywhere!
boy. Hey, does that mean I can show off a thing? Can I show off a thing? A very
Yeah.
unfinished thing? Can I really?
Um. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay.
Demo
Thank you
time.
very much. Let me
Feet up.
let me show
Bottle
you
off.
guys.
Time to
I
drink.
gotta show you guys a thing. Once I figure out how to show you guys a thing. It's gonna take a second for the thing to come up. Thank you for your patience while I get the thing to happen. It's
This is
worth it, I
totally.
promise.
This is totally, absolutely not sponsored, but this shit is so good. What is
Oh
it
man.
technically? Cordial? What is it? What do they actually call it? The cure?
It ain't water, I'll tell
Oh, I
you
don't.
that much. It ain't jobby either.
Uh, I need to bring up your actual stream.
Yeah. I'm still trying to get my screen share to open. It's taking a minute. OBS be like eating what's left of my processor, both of my bytes of RAM. I need to talk to you about RAM soon.
Do you need more
I,
RAM?
I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking I might invest in more. This is not a please rescue me, I have 4 gigs, but this is a hey, I'm at the point where I do things often enough that are memory intensive that I think I do want to actually
Jay,
invest in.
you can't
I can't?
put RAM in your computer. I looked it up and found out how much RAM your computer could take and put that much RAM in it.
It won't support 64? Damn. Anyway, this is our new game, Let's Cafe. I don't know if you guys have seen this.
No.
Ignore that text at the bottom that says 1115-Deco. I have no idea what that's all about. So I'm gonna make myself a new cafe here, and I'm gonna hit the secret key combination to get the debug menu, and just click that button real quick randomly. I have this cool new blue button over here, which I can use to. Where's my Mystic set? There we go. Mystic sides. The mint counter. Ooh, Mystic counter. And what do we got? Spooky shells with the cobwebs. Yeah. And then let me put in my flag here to show that this is a safe space for all my trans homies. And I'm gonna move that back behind the outside wall. And then I need what else do I have? How about a coffee cup? Yeah.
Oh,
do I get a purple one? Oh yeah. You got to be able to position them wherever you want. And I want a big mug. And I'm going to bring that back so it's in front of the counter. Yeah, there we go. And then what do we have here? The mugs, a candle. Ooh, yeah. How about a candle? And I want to put that. Let's bring it all the way out front because I want that candle down here, sitting by my shelves.
We should not allow them that low.
You don't think so? You think it should cut off at the bottom of the counter?
Yeah. The user interactable spaces, and we should probably also. I don't know. Maybe not the flag, because maybe they want to put the flag under the grid. You're going to want to put an echo of the grid there so they know where it's at.
Okay, I can do that. But yeah. We have heard very much that people want, and I have wanted too, and I finally figured out how I want to do. Oh yeah, let's go buy his oat latte. Customizing your kitchen and having a couple different sets of decor that you can pick from, items you can pick up as you go along. I know I just kind of like...
You do have oat latte. You're supposed to buy the oat. You will always have oat. We hard code to start with it.
There's your spoiler, is on day one you have the recipe for a regular latte, and there's always oat milk in the store. So on day one you learn that you can go to the store and buy new ingredients. If you don't have a recipe for something, you can discover it, which he says in his dialogue. You make a regular latte, but swap in oat milk. And that's how you learn that you can experiment to discover new recipes. We had a whole plan for this. And then Jiggy just clicks through all the dialogue. Not to call him out by name or anything. But,
why is my Twitch in 360p?
I have no idea. Probably because you're still streaming to me and I'm eating all your bandwidth somehow.
No, I have all the bandwidth.
What goes in a...
man.
Flour,
AT&T showed up at my door trying to sell me fiber.
Egg? Flour, sugar, butter, egg, cocoa. Right? There we go. But we've got the spooky set, too. If you want all of it to look like you're in some kind of horrible dungeon. I have a bunch more sets I'm working on. I have a bunch more objects that I want you to be able to put there.
Red Stephanie. Here's your spooky shit.
Oh, for red we added the mushrooms too. You want a big old mushroom? Here, you can have a big old mushroom. Just kind of hanging out.
I want a ring of mushrooms.
Back over there.
I want a mushroom circle. I want a mushroom circle to put around my crafting grid.
Or if you want a golden mushroom or an indigo mushroom or a green one or the maroon mushroom, I like that one. Lily pad and lily pad with flower for your little froggo friends.
bring up the full screen so she can see it because it's small in the preview.
Oh yeah, let me figure out how to do that. I've got a button over here.
Well, just get out of the preview mode. Go to the actual cafe.
Boop. There's your spooky set, or at least the initial spooky set. We'll probably have more you can pick from. And you might get something if you have the whole set. We haven't quite decided that yet. Yes, also too, I definitely can't see your message either. A soy chai. But yeah, you can move them on the screen. You can pick how far into the foreground or background they are. You can scale them as you see fit, make them bigger and smaller and all of that. I can put this lily pad right in front of people so I never have to look at a customer again. Because they're all just a bunch of ugly animals. Bleh. Anyway, the other reason I bring this up, like in a literal sense brought this up, is to show in the shop, not today, tomorrow? Here, I'll throw away my tips. Let's go see if it's tomorrow. No, that's a power up.
When are we getting a tip jar? You ever gonna actually do that?
Soon.
Show how many tips you have?
Soon. That's on our list as well. But
now that we have a way to put shit on the screen, because that was the holdup, is we had no way to render objects on the game thing without being in the background.
Oh, wait, I know why. Let me start a new game here real quick. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Okay, kitchen, start day, end day, I know.
I found an iPhone 6.
No, go away, customer. I don't know. Mere chicken. Bro, I'm trying to close. I'm trying to close at 9 a.m. What do you want from me? No, you can't have a drink. Go away.
1549.
All right. Now that the how many days in does it take? There we go.
For characters, not. I won't say never, but not now.
I will say it's on our list. I cannot guarantee where it will be on the list, but it is on the list. But yeah.
The short of it is, it's a lot of art that needs to be made. There's a lot of different frames for each customer. Has to have a couple different versions of that, so it's a lot of art to do. So it's a lot of art to pay somebody else to do. And it's thematically like they're not native there. Although one thing we joked about, because you're not the first person to talk about that, is what if you go and open a franchise in another city that has a completely different set of clientele?
I like these bamboo walls.
Like a franchise DLC where you're in not Soft Cell Shoals, you're in
elsewhere.
ELYSE.
But yeah, you can also only switch when you have things to switch to. And I know I hit the debug button that gave me all of them, but you guys, because I'm mean, are just going to have to play until they're all available for sale and buy them as you see them. They come around a little more often than the power-ups, and you'll never have a power-up and a decorative item on the same day. But
are you going to go with the 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That just worked out perfect, and it's just regular enough that
I think I went with the 2s. Day 2 is always a power-up.
Yeah.
But starting on day 4, every even day, there's a cosmetic available.
Well, every even day or every 4th day?
Right now, I have it as every even day, but that's because I have a large pile of things. when you just had the back walls, the side walls, the counter, and the shelves, there were not a lot. But if I have the individual decorative objects, that gives a ton. And if it arbitrarily picks one of those categories and says, give them one of these that they don't have yet.
How about we do every other day up until 12, and then we start then on 16, just spread out the remaining ones to encourage them to play more.
We'll give it some run through our testers too.
Yeah.
But after I get this a little more cleaned up, I am going to push it out to the beta branch after I get it cleaned up and gone through like our internal process a little bit. So you folks that are here pretty much are all in the beta program already. If you're not, message me, let me know. And you'll have the first access to this before anybody else. I might be considering adding a crowd control effect related to this as well. So if someone doesn't like your cafe, they can come change it. If you're playing solo, you get to customize it the way you want. If you're playing with crowd control, you already signed up for full goblin mode. If someone else wants to change how your cafe looks, they're paying you real world money for it. That's my take on it, for what it's worth.
No.
Go on.
If you do that, we save the crowd control decor thing is temporary. Those changes do not, like, if crowd control makes a change to your decor, it goes in like an overlay config, and that gets read first, but those don't persist. So whatever you changed it to will save. But if crowd control like swaps your walls, it goes into like another set of that same config, but it reads vertically. So it's like, oh, crowd control says we want that walls. We don't write those down.
I guess my question there would be, what would be the harm in making it a permanent change in a crowd control marked save?
Can we at least have somebody like save just give me presets. Let me
I can do that.
One decor I want to save as a preset.
I can do that. I can give you decor presets. Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a two. Give me three. Give me two presets.
Give me a few. Give me five. Give me Jabba Dabba's eye.
Hell, give them one preset to start and put more presets as power ups.
That is a thought.
Or as a decor option, not as a power up, but put it in the decor option as just another preset.
Disco walls. Whee! Anyway, there's your Let's Cafe sneak preview. I just figured I would share that with y'all. So you'd have a chance to see what I've been hard at work at. Yes, I have been hardly working on it very much. All right, we're about at time. I think I'm about ready to wrap unless there's anything else you wanted to talk through, mention while we're here. I am going to throw in the chat the Discord command because you guys should join the Discord because I'm going to take a few minute break after we're done with this and reheat the sandwich that's been... No, I put mine in there because I'm going to host web phishing from there.
Oh, yeah. But also join the Torgo one if you want updates.
Join both the Discords.
Yes.
You can hide them and mute them if you need to, but join both the Discords. If you want to know about the game, join the Hergel one. If you want to come play web phishing with us, join ours. But yeah, I'm going to get up here. I'm going to nuke my sandwich, and then I will come back and... You know what? I'll start the game, and then I'll go nuke my sandwich. If you want to play web phishing with us, come play some web phishing with us. We would absolutely love to see you. Thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with us today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Sorry MC couldn't make it. He was feeling kind of gross. We might get him next Wednesday, but we'll see.
Bought it. and sent it to me. You did not buy it off my wish list, so it's still technically on my wish list.
I keep forgetting that you have to do that. Well, leave it on
No,
your
but
wish list anyway. Yeah.
No, it's weird that it didn't like
Detect that it
resolve
was.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One would imagine. Marvels of modern technology and all of that. Yeah. I think that is it for me for right now then. And we will catch you over in the Discord shortly. Like I said, come play some web fishing with us. And if I don't see you before then, we will catch you next time around on the Blue House Bowl session. Bye, everybody.